Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is from your standard 10th literature part, that is English textbook. Okay, first flight, unit number 9, Madam Rides the Bus by Vali Kanan, part 2. In the first part, we have already discussed the chapter. We have started with the introduction, and as I said, the chapter is divided into four parts. So, we have already discussed the first and the second part of this chapter, right? And in this video, that is part 2, okay? That is lecture number 2 of this chapter. We are going to discuss third part of this chapter. Okay, in the first and second part we had seen that how Vali, who was a girl of 8 years, uh, had a favorite pastime of watching the bus, okay, arriving and departing from her home, and how she got the desire to have a journey or take a ride on the bus, and how uh, she plans a ride. She takes the bus, goes on a ride. Then we saw that how she talks with the ticket collector in a fun way, and then at last we had seen that uh, a lady, old lady, who came on the bus, she started asking questions to Vali, but she did not like that. Okay, and there the chapter, the first part of our lecture of this chapter we had ended, and in the third part we'll see how her journey continues, and in which way she was able to complete her desire. Okay, so part 3, her first journey. What careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. Okay, so here the word is given, that is painstaking, right? So painstaking means showing great care and efforts. Okay, so she had made great efforts to carry out her first journey. Okay, she had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way. So thriftily means spend money very carefully. So she wanted to go on a bus journey, so she kept on saving each and every penny. Okay, resisting every temptation to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like. So, resisting means trying to ignore every temptation. Now, temptation means what, right? So, usually, whenever we have a very good mood, we feel like, no, anyhow, I want to eat the chocolate. So, that is the temptation for a chocolate, or for anything we can have temptation. Okay, so she resisted every time the temptation to buy peppermints, that is toffees, toys, balloons, and the like. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise. Okay, for her bus journey, she needed 30 paise for one way and 30 paise for around another one way. Total 60 paise for a round trip. Okay, so she had already saved 60 paise. How difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair. So now it is the description about how she saved the money with difficulty, right? But she had resolutely stifled a strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, even though she had the money. So, resolutely stifled means suppressed or controlled with determination. That means she had a very strong desire on a particular day at the village fair to sit or ride the merry-go-round, but then too, she controlled her feelings and she did not take the ride and saved the money. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house. How to slip out of the house means to move out of the house without being noticed, without being uh, without being noticed to her mother, and completing her desire of going on a ride for a bus. Okay, so that was a big challenge or a task for her. Without her mother's knowledge, but she managed this without too much difficulty. Every day after lunch, her mother would nap. Nap means to take a short sleep from about 1 to 4 or so. Okay, that means her mother had the habit of taking a nap in the afternoon between 1 to 4. So Vali always used these hours for her excursions, right? So excursions means a short trip especially for pleasure, a short trip especially for pleasure. So this was the time when she could go out of the house without being noticed. Okay, so it is written exclusions as she stood looking from the doorway of her house, okay, or sometimes even ventured out into the village. So ventured means went cautiously, right? When her mother used to sleep, she used to go out in the village and have a round in the village without being uh, noticed by anyone, and coming back home very carefully, courageously. Okay. Today, this same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. That means this was the time, and it was the first time when she was going to go out of the village. Okay, the bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape. Now, again, she is describing the bus and the scenery outside. Now, rushing through a tiny hamlet or past an odd wayside shop. So, tiny hamlet means a small village. Hamlet is a small village. Okay. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards them, or a pedestrian crossing the road. So, gobbling up means to swallow. So, usually you all might have experienced that when you are sitting in a bus or a car, you are very much scared while sitting backside, because while sitting backside, we almost feel every time that we are going to collide, or we are going to face the accident with the opposite vehicle, but every time we escape that thing very smoothly, right? So similarly, she also feels that the bus which is moving ahead might get collided with the other vehicle or the person who is walking on the road. Okay, pedestrian means a person who is walking on the road, but low. Somehow it passed on smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind, right? So as I said, we also feel the same kind of problem, but every time the vehicle crosses the other vehicle very smoothly. Okay, trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them, and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. So, we all have noticed when the bus is moving, right? At that time, we feel like the trees outside the along the road are also moving with us, right? So, we feel the same thing. So when we reach at a particular tree which we are looking, which is far away, right? And then when we reach near, we feel that we see that it is already in a still position. It is not moving. Okay. So that all things we also might have experienced in the bus or the car. Suddenly, Wali clapped her hands with glee. Okay, glee means a strong feeling of happiness, right? A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl. That means it was moving very slowly because of the cow. And the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. So many a times we have seen this thing also. Okay. in India, usually we see this thing that the cow, if they come on the road, and if we buzz the horn very loudly, then it will run like anything. Okay, and it is a fun looking at the cow running in an absolutely mad way. Okay, but the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and the faster it galloped. So faster it galloped means it ran very fast, always right in front of the bus, right? So here you can see the picture. Okay, the bus is coming and the cow is running very fast. Okay, so that was a fun for Vali. Somehow this was very funny to Vali. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Okay, so tears started coming in her eyes. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. So what the conductor is saying, I think you have laughed enough, right? So what he is saying further, better save some for tomorrow. At last, the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. Where the bus reached, railroad crossing. So usually many a times if we are going from one city to another city, uh, on the highways, uh, between the road there is a rail crossing. Okay, a speck of train could be seen in the distance, right? So what is the meaning of that? A speck of train. Speck means from we are from when we are looking the train from a distance, we can just find out a spot. Okay, so a speck means a spot. Okay, a speck of a train could be seen in the distance, and as and when it comes nearer and nearer, it uh, looks bigger and bigger. Okay, so growing bigger and bigger as it drew near, then it rushed past the crossing gate with tremendous roar and rattle. So we have also experienced this thing. When it is far, the whistle of the train and the roar is very slow, and as it comes nearby and crosses from the gate, it makes a lot of noise. Okay, next. Yes. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well laid out shopping street, and turning, entered a wider thoroughfare. Okay, so what is written from there? It traversed a busy. Traversed means to go or to travel across. Okay, traverse means to travel across. So it traveled across a wider thoroughfare. Thoroughfare means a busy public road. Okay, so that means it is crossing the road, and such big, bright looking shops, what glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Such big crowds. That means this kind of thing Vali had seen for the very first time. Struck dumb with wonder. Okay, so she was absolutely surprised and shocked to see such a huge crowd, and the glittering and the shining in the market. Okay, Wali gaped at everything. That means she kept on looking at each and everything. Then the bus stopped and everyone got off except Wali. Okay, so she was still sitting in the bus. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30 paise takes you. So the conductor is saying that we have already reached our destination. Okay, and your 30 paise could bring you till this place only. Okay. No, Wali said, I am going back on this same bus. She took another 30 paise from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. Okay, so why is something the matter? So the conductor is saying, why you don't want to get down? Why you want to go back again? No, nothing is the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride, that's all. So what Wali is saying, that I just wanted to take a bus ride, and that is the reason I am on the bus. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? That means the conductor is trying to say that if you have reached till here, then I think so that you should have a watch at all the things, right? Have a sight at all the things nearby. Okay, all by myself. Oh, I would be much too afraid. That Wali is saying that no, no, I cannot go all alone. I am too much afraid to go alone, to take, means to go on the sites at different places in the market. Okay. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus?" So, what she's saying, nothing to be afraid of about that, she answered. So, she's saying that there is nothing to get afraid of on sitting in the bus. Okay. Well, then, why not go to that small stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. Oh no, I could not do that. So the conductor is offering her to get down the bus and have some drink, but Vali is saying, no, I cannot do that. Well, then, let me bring you a cold drink. What the conductor is saying, that you sit in the bus only, I'll get you some cold drink. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket. That's all. What Wali is saying, that I don't have enough money, and just give me my money for the 30 paise what I have paid you. That's all. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. So what the conductor is saying again, that I'll not charge for the cold drink, and that will be a treat from my side for you. Okay. No, no, she said firmly. Please, no. The conductor shrugged. Right. So shrugged means to raise and lower your shoulder, usually to show that you do not know or care about something. So as Wali said no, the conductor did like this. Okay, fine. Right. That is shrugged. And they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. Now, part 4. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. No, no. No one will be looking for me, she said. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights. Okay, so now the return journey for Wali started back to her home. Okay. Wali wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she had felt the first time. Right now, it was the second time, means first time she reached the other village. Now, from that other village, again she was going back to her own village and house or home. Okay. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside just when it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. The conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. The conductor nodded. That means he said, yes, it is the same cow. And by hearing this, she became absolutely sad. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread eagled. So, spread eagled means spread out, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes. So, usually we have seen when the person dies, the eyesight it remains in the same fixed position, it does not move. Blood all over. So, it is the description of the animal, that is the cow, that how uh, wonderful it was, how pleasurable it was to look at the animal when it was full of life, and now how does it look when it is dead. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her. That means again and again the same uh, thoughts or the dreams came in her mind, dampening her enthusiasm. Dampening means her enthusiasm came to an end. That means the enthusiasm was suppressed just because of the incident which she saw about the cow. She no longer wanted to look out of the window. She sat thus, glued to her seat. Glued to her seat means she sat on the seat, and then she didn't stand up again. Okay, until the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself like this, stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." "Okay, madam," he answered her smilingly. "When you feel like a bus ride, come and join us. And don't forget to bring your fare." She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wali's aunts, the one from the South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox. Chatterbox means who continuously kept on speaking, never closing her mouth once she started talking. "And where have you been?" said her aunt when Wali came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. That means her aunt, she was talking with her mother, and when she had a look at Wali, she just said, "Where have you been?" That's it. Right. In the way she didn't expect a reply. So Wali just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. Okay? Yes, you are right, her mother said. So many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely. Can we? Oh, yes, breathed Vali. That means there is a conversation going on between Vali's mother and her aunt, and in between, Vali is looking at them, and she came running. So, while breathing, she is saying, "Yes, yes, absolutely right." Okay. "What?" asked her mother. "What's that you say?" "Oh," said Vali, "I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge." Okay. "So, just a chit of a girl she is," said her aunt, "and yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation, just as though she were a grown lady." So, pokes her nose, meaning is given, takes an interest in something that doesn't concern her. So, actually, Vali's mother and her aunt are talking, and this fellow, this girl, is poking her nose. That means she is interrupting them in between by saying yes and all. Okay. Wali smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? That means she didn't want others to know about her journey on the bus, and that was it all about. Okay. So here the chapter gets over, and with this I'll end my lecture over here, and I thank you everyone for watching my video.